Well, with early voting now open for primary elections today, Governor Kathy Hochul took another step to protect New Yorkers and their right to vote.
She spoke alongside civil rights leaders today in Brooklyn, calling newly signed legislation the most expansive state-level voting rights act in the country. 2 on your side's Kelly Dudzik is in the newsroom with more details. Kelly?
Scott and Mary Alice, Governor Kathy Hochul has signed a bill aimed at protecting voting rights and preventing voter suppression. The John Lewis Voting Rights Act of New York is named after the civil rights leader and former Georgia congressman. It prohibits voting locations with a history of racial, ethnic, or language-based discrimination from making swift changes to election rules. Now, administrators now need clearance from the Attorney General or a local court to do things like cut back on voting hours or reduce voting sites. A similar bill, also named after John Lewis, failed in Congress.
As always, when the federal government fails to act, you can count on New York to punch back and fight even harder. No state in the nation has stood up with the courage and the conviction and the power that we have by protecting these important rights.
The historic Voting Rights Act of 1965 did something similar on the federal level, but that section of the law was weakened in 2013 when the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that the method used to determine if a state, county, or city had a history of racial discrimination was flawed. Along with the added oversight, New York's Voting Rights Act also adds more language assistance for voters beyond what is required by the federal Voting Rights Act. In the Information Center, Kelly Dudzik, Channel 2 News.